Hey, there we go. We're back. Switch to the laptop so I can actually see stuff. Don't know why the chat wasn't working on my phone, but it's working now. So, so if you guys say something, I'll actually be able to answer you. So, like I said, ask me anything. I might even answer. So, let's get some people in here. Okay, I see we got one person in here. So, like I was saying in the other one, sorry we haven't been posting a whole lot of videos. We had issues with um, losing a hard drive and lost about 40 or 50 hours worth of video content. So we got been recreating some, and some of it is just lost forever, unfortunately. So just too expensive to go ahead and reshoot some of that stuff. But we'll do stuff. I've got a ton of video shot. We're just waiting to get it edited and get it uploaded. So, but yeah, go ahead and ask me anything. Like a lot of people, I switched careers in during this whole thing that's been going on. Well, not really doing the same thing, just doing it for myself again instead of doing it for somebody else. So I've been doing the contractor thing, a lot of small projects, trying to keep it. Got a couple small commercial accounts and some uh, stuff for landlords, and then of course just stuff for regular old homeowners too. So that's what I've been doing with my day job. At least I'm keeping busy and got a little more flexible shop time, something that I didn't have for the last 2 years. People come in and then they don't say anything and they leave. So anyhow, this only works if we go ahead and you guys ask me something and then I answer. Otherwise, I'm just rambling. So, and I just don't like to ramble. So let's see. There's two people here. Somebody say something. There's a little box over here, and you can type into it, and then I see what you type, and then I answer you. So, unfortunately, oh, okay, let's do this. Yep, that's what we're doing. So let's. How long have I been doing this? YouTube since 2015. Used to do live streams every week, and just got kind of stuff changed and didn't have the time to do it, and so I've been away from the live streams. Just been working in the shop, producing videos. Hopefully, stuff that you guys can find interesting, and we'll. If there's projects that you guys want to see more of, go ahead and put it in the comments on the videos, and we'll try to do more stuff that you guys find interesting. If there's woodworking and welding, I was kind of born into it. My family owned rental properties, and with rental properties comes doing all kinds of stuff, and welding is just a passion. I've always liked working with metal ever since, as long as I can remember. I've been cutting and welding. I think I started welding when I was about 7 years old. Was my family was building a trailer, and so I actually learned how to gas weld when I was about 7 years old, and that's still enjoy gas welding. Prefer MIG welding. Yeah, you know what? It's so much easier to get into it now than ever before. First of all, we've got YouTube and people saying, "Hey, let's go ahead and show people how to do this stuff." And on the other end of that is welders have gotten so cheap. Um, it's just amazing that you can go to a store like Harbor Freight and spend $100 and walk out with a welder. My first arc welder, my first arc or MIG welder was bought it in 1990. Still use it. It's still in the shop. Still works just fine. And but it was $2,500 plus I had to buy a bottle of gas and a spool of wire, and you know, but much better. Now is a perfect time to get into welding, and of course woodworking, the same thing. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. You don't need a whole lot of stuff to get into woodworking. You can get in with just the minimal amount of hand tools. I'm doing a job right now where I'm trimming out a couple of basement bedrooms and doing all the wood trim for everything. And I didn't bother even packing my power miter saw. I'm using little miter box, back saw, coping saw, and cordless circular saw. That's all I need to do this job. Of course, you got to put nails in, so I do have a nailer, and I actually bought a new battery operated 18 gauge nailer, which I've got a video coming out on not too far in the future. So something you guys can keep your eyes open for. And I've got some woodworking projects coming up on the channel here fairly soon. Just shot a real simple one last week. It was one of the ones that was lost, and I reshot it. And so that one's going to be coming out here fairly soon. Yeah, so I'm 52 and I've been welding since I was 7. Woodworking for the same amount of time, because you own apartments. That's just stuff you got to do. You just it doesn't pay to pay somebody else to do it a lot of times. So anything else? More questions? More than happy to answer them. Talk about career and hobbies and everything else. There's a lot of people already doing that, especially a good one is 42 Fab on YouTube. He's got a web store that's weldityourselfkits.com. He has all kinds of kits on there that you can purchase. He's got a CNC plasma table. I don't have a CNC plasma table. That's really the only way that you can, do the kits. That'd be really cool. I've built 3 cedar strip canoes and 1 wooden rowboat. That was a long time ago. I've actually got a partially completed cedar strip canoe covered behind tarps behind the shop. It's been sitting there for about 3 years now. I kind of inherited it. It was a project a family member was working on, and he didn't finish it. And he said, "Here, you want this?" And he dropped it off. So I've got the cedar strip canoe that I've got to maybe one day finish. Like I said, I built 3 of them, and then 1 rowboat that was plywood, marine grade plywood. And I'd really like to at some point tackle maybe building an aluminum boat. Yeah, I can't go on the water now. Well, I can't actually. I was fishing last weekend. However, I walked out on the ice and drilled a hole through it and went fishing. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little cold here to do fishing. Actually, last weekend was really nice. So I did on Sunday. I went out and did a little ice fishing, but didn't catch much. Only caught a couple of things that I put back. So. Well, that's very nice of you to offer. Well, say hi to all the other people in British Columbia for me. I actually have not finished that 2x72 belt grinder yet. Um, it's sitting on the shelf, uh, and I was building it. 90% of it, all the steel was stuff that I had left over from other projects. Um, yeah, so I don't actually have a cost on it. And like the motor that I'm going to be using, if I ever get back to it, when I get back to it, uh, came from an auction, and I think I paid $10 for it. So yeah. And then I think the only metal that I purchased for that was the aluminum for the wheels that I turned, and then of course I bought the bearings, which were fairly cheap. But yeah, so it's I build a lot of stuff, and if you check out the last video that came out, which was a stand for my tile saw, that was everything in there was just stuff that I had laying around. There wasn't any quote unquote new steel. It was new steel, but it was stuff that was just sitting on the rack. It was leftovers from other projects. I tend to buy my steel unless it's something that's really expensive for square tube, round tube, angle, all that stuff. I like to buy full lengths, usually 24 footers, either 20 or 24 footers, depending on what my steel yard has. And so I tend to have leftovers, and that's kind of the plan behind it, is to have leftovers sitting on the rack, so when you have to do something, you've got some stuff laying around. uh, it kind of sucks to every time you need a piece of metal to run to the metal store. It's not really convenient. It's a good 45-minute drive each way for me to go to the metal store, so tend to. And there's some stuff that I just stock in the shop. Usually have 1-inch square tubing, 1/8-inch wall or 16th-inch wall, so 062 or 125, and so keep that in the shop. Like to keep 1.5 by 1/8-inch wall angle. Usually have 4 or 5 sticks of that laying around. And we were working in the shop last weekend, and I found a piece about 12 foot long of 1/4-inch wall, 1.5 or 2-inch angle. It's 1/4-inch wall. I have no idea where that came from, and it's in the shop. It wasn't out on the rack, so I know I bought it for a project. I must have used some of it for something. Just complete mind blank on where that came from and what it was for. So, and I was going to use it for something. I said, wait a minute, I bought this for something. It's in the shop. Maybe I shouldn't use it till I figured out what it was for, because that piece might be for something. That's what happens when you have a lot of projects and you go to the steel yard and you get steel for several projects at a time. Like if I'm getting more than just a couple of things, I'll take the trailer in and put them on and load them on the trailer, and so I'll get the steel for 2 or 3, maybe 4 projects, and just move it to the steel rack, and it'll be there when I need it. So yeah, I have no idea what that angle was for. Sucks getting old. Yeah, you definitely have to have material control. You can't be, especially with the price of steel right now, it's really high. You don't want to be buying stuff that you don't have a use for. But some stuff, like I said, there's a couple of things: the 1-inch square tube, the 1.5-inch angle. That's stuff that I stock because I use so much of it, and I know I'll use it. So, and I've always another thing is a 2-inch square tube, usually 3/16 wall. That's something that I use quite a bit of, and I'll usually have 1 stick or partial stick of that. Gym equipment, that means I'd have to work out. I do that enough every day. Just going to work is a workout for me. So today it was about 50 trips up and down some stairs in and out of a house. I broke my bifocals not too long ago, so I just got my regular glasses, and so reading the comments, you got to get it right in the right place, so I can read what you guys are saying, or you are saying, because there's only seems to be one person talking right now. Hey, there's 4 people in here. Should be more than one person talking. Or just talk amongst yourselves. You can just ignore me. Yeah, I love doing live chat, especially the smaller ones where you don't have a ton of people talking. There's a couple that I usually take part in, and they've just gotten nuts. There'll be 300 people in there, and there'll be 50 people asking questions, and that's just a little bit. It's fun to see the interaction and be part of the interaction, but it's also just hard to keep up. And as on my end, it's harder to read the comments and answer them at the same time. So the more people that I think usually about 50 people in a live stream is just about perfect, because you get there's enough space in between the comments that you can go ahead and have time to answer everybody and not miss questions and whatnot. So I know some of the channels just love it when there's a ton of people in there, because then people do the super chat, so their comment will get seen for sure. And I don't do this because of the money. Believe me, there's no money in this for me, really. I spend way more producing videos than the videos pay me. Part of that is because I pay an editor. My daughter, I pay her to edit my videos now, because that's the least fun part for me, is sitting and spending 2 or 3 hours editing a video, and she loves doing it. So it works. Let's see. I did say that this one was not for kids, so you can just. Yep, and she has time. She does streaming too. She does streaming on Twitch, and she does drawings and video games, and she streams 3 or 4 times a week. So she's a busy girl. So, and she has along with a full-time job and whatnot. So, but she loves doing the editing, so I let her do the editing. Of course, now I just have to get her. I was just pestering her tonight to get another video edited tonight to upload tomorrow, or hopefully get at least by Wednesday have a fresh video out. So it doesn't do me any good to shoot all these videos and then not get them edited. Wow, 20 minutes gone already. This has been moving along pretty quick. So I see people jumping in and out, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, but 101 is the only one who's commenting and asking questions and stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Kind of makes it interesting for me to have some interaction. With no interaction, this is just me staring at a camera and babbling. And so we don't need to do that. Change the camera angle there a little bit for you guys, so you can make sure you get full view of the awesome beard. With the whole virus thing going on, I haven't been able to get in for a beard trim for a while, so it's getting a little bushy. So I mentioned on the when I tried to do the live stream from my phone that last week, when it was well below zero here, had a little girl call me Santa Claus. the gas station. So I was being good. I was practicing my more than 6 feet of distance. I was at the pump pumping gas. I paid at the pump, so I wasn't near anybody. So I didn't have a mask on, and yeah, she thought I was Santa Claus and wondered why I wasn't at the North Pole. I definitely didn't come to northern Minnesota because it was warmer. That's for sure. That was kind of interesting, though. We had within a week's time frame, we had lows in the negative 20s Fahrenheit, and a week later we had highs in the 40s Fahrenheit. So we had a 70-degree difference from high to low within a week. So I was just that was kind of crazy. Usually we don't get that. Usually we get pretty even. You know, we don't get huge temperature swings like that here. So any other comments, questions? Yeah, go ahead, shoot. Otherwise, I'm going to just start rambling again. And I'm kind of rambled out. So got to be something I can talk about. Let's see. It's Monday night. I think we're going to try and start doing live streams again on Tuesday nights. We'll do it every Tuesday at about 8 o'clock Central Time, somewhere right around there. Because I do miss doing this. I just got out of the habit because it was just way too much going on in life. Between work and I was snow plowing, and we were getting a lot of snow, so I was having to be up at 2:30 in the morning, you know, two or 3 days a week at least, it seemed like, and that means I had to go to bed early. So if it starts snowing this year, I'm not plowing. I got rid of the plow truck and decided that I was not going to plow this winter. Just got a little burned out on it. So not as young as I used to be, and of course I picked a good winter here to not snowplow because we haven't gotten much snow. I can actually see grass in my yard in February, which is something that just never happens. So usually we have snow on the ground until beginning of May, and I don't think we're going to get that this winter unless we get a lot more snow here coming up. And so good winter to choose not to snowplow because I wouldn't be making any money snowplowing, that's for sure. I think the last live stream I did, we talked about some projects, what you guys would like to see for projects, and I've got one of them planned out. That was a lift table, except for we're not going to do hydraulic. We're going to do an electric screw lift table, mostly because I have all the parts to do it, except for a little bit of steel that I have to buy. But that's going to be a little while before I get to it because some of the parts are outside, buried in what snow we have, so, and probably frozen in the ice. So we have to dig, wait till the snow's gone so I can get the parts out to go ahead and do that. And let's see, what other projects do we have coming up? Gonna build some bed drawers for the pickup, and been watching a lot of YouTube videos on bed drawers and tool storage for the bed of the truck, and I think I've come up with a design. I got to work out a little bit more and get a little more information on parts and whatnot and how I want to do it. Definitely want roller bearings so the drawers slide out in easy, and it's definitely got to be weatherproof. I don't have a cap on my truck. I don't have a tonneau cover on my truck. I like having an open bed for what I do for work. So that's going to be coming up fairly soon, I'm guessing. That video will probably be within the next 3 months sometime. We'll be if we haven't shot it in that time, I'll be really amazed, because it's something that I need. I need more storage in the truck. I've been carrying more and more tools, and got to have a way to keep everything with me, locked up, weatherproof, and so that's going to be kind of interesting. And like I said, I think I've got a way of building it now. Took a lot of back and forth in my head and on Sketchpad to figure out exactly how I was going to do it and make it weatherproof. Because as everybody knows, can't be getting tools full of water. So, and I really don't like having a cap on my truck. I've had that, and I don't like the lack of visibility, and I like being able to reach over the side and grab stuff. I don't want a cap on the truck. So the other option would be a utility body, but then I can't pull a fifth wheel trailer. So I need something that'll go in and out of the truck easy, allow me to pull a fifth wheel, not block my view. So I think bed drawers are the way to go with that. So we're going to go ahead and be doing some bed drawers. Eyelash or something in my eye. But we're coming up on half an hour here. I think I'm going to cut out here in just a few minutes. So if there's any questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll cut this at about half an hour. And like I said, we're going to start doing this every Tuesday. And go ahead and ask me anything. Starting next Tuesday at around 8 p.m. Central Time. Well, thanks for joining me, and it's been fun. And like I said, we'll be back in a week.